Well, friends, I welcome you all in the session on final accounts. So, this is the next lecture on final accounts. In this lecture, we will study how the final accounts are prepared with the help of the information given in the trial balance. So, dear learners, we need to understand that when we need to prepare the final accounts with the help of the information given in the trial balance, what does it mean? And when the informations are provided in the trial balance and as well as outside the trial balance also, then how the final accounts will be prepared and how the items will be treated while preparing the final accounts. So, well, dear learners, I would like to make it very clear that if the informations which are given in the trial balance either in the debit side or in the credit side of the trial balance, so these informations will be recorded only at one place while preparing the final accounts. As far as the informations given outside the trial balance as an adjustments, then the informations which are given outside the trial balance will be recorded at least at two different places. So, therefore, we must be very particular while dealing with such items while preparing the final accounts. Let us try to understand the procedure of preparation of final accounts with the help of the information given inside the trial balance. Okay, we will try to understand the preparation of final accounts with the help of an example which is with us from the following trial balance of Gupta and Sons. Prepare trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st December 2018 and a balance sheet as on that date. So, dear learners, always remember that the profit and loss account or the trading account is prepared for a particular period. This period may be starting from 1st of April and comes to an end on 31st March of next year. See, for example, this may belong to 1st of April 2019 to 31st of March 2020. Whereas the balance sheet is prepared on a particular date. It means that the balance sheet will be prepared on a particular date. That date may be 31st of March 2020, and if the financial year starts from 1st of January and comes to an end on 31st of December, then of course the balance sheet will be prepared on 31st of December of that particular year. Therefore, the balance sheet tells you about the assets, liabilities and capital on a particular date, that what are the assets and liabilities the business owns on a particular date, what is the amount of capital of that particular business concern on that particular date. So here let us try to understand how the final account is prepared with the help of the information given in the trial balance. So this is the format of the trial balance. Here this is the debit side, this is the credit side, and this is the particulars, means the detail of the items. So first one is capital. So capital has always a credit balance rupees 5 lakh, sales again credit balance rupees 10 lakh, sales return 25,000, purchases 5 lakhs. So sales has always credit balance, whereas purchases has debit balance. Purchase returns 15,000. So sales return has a debit balance, whereas purchase returns has a credit balance. Then the opening stock asset, the debit balance 60,000. Land and building, it is 4 lakh. Then plant and machine rupees 2.5 lakh, that is 2 lakh 50,000. Then the furniture rupees 1 lakh, wages 50,000, carriage inwards expenses have always debit balance 10,000, carriage outwards again expenses 5,000, cartage we have paid the amount on cartage, again an expense having a debit balance, salaries again an expenses for the business, debit balance. Loan, so loan is a liability for the business. We have, it means the business has taken a loan of rupees 2,60,000. So the assets have always a debit balance, therefore the liabilities will have the credit balance. So the loan rupees 2,60,000. Debtor, again an asset for the business. It means the person to whom we have given the credit facilities or to whom we have sold the goods on credit basis. So we have to receive the amount from those persons, therefore it is an asset. So debtor debit balance 1,50,000. Creditors liabilities, it will have a credit balance 85,000. So creditors are those persons from whom we have bought the goods on credit. Then bills receivable, again an asset for the business, will have a debit balance. Acceptances, it means bills payable, liabilities for the business, will have a credit balance. Then general expenses, expenses will always have the debit balance. Rent and rates, again an expenses, therefore it will have a debit balance. Investments, again an asset for the business, will have a debit balance. Cash in hand, again an asset for the business, therefore it will have a debit balance. Bank overdraft, so bank overdraft is a liability for the business, therefore all liabilities will have a credit balance. Move forward. Discount allowed, so we have allowed the discounts to our debtors, so therefore it is an expense for the business, therefore all expenses will have a debit balance. Depreciation on plant and machine, so plant and machine being a fixed asset for the business, so if we charge depreciation on the fixed assets, it is an expense for the business, therefore it will have a debit balance. Interest on investments, interest on investments, so we have made the investment, and if we are earning any income on the investment made outside the business, it is an income for the business, so all incomes will have a credit balance, unlike all expenses have a debit balance. Interest on bank overdraft, 500 rupees. Goodwill, an asset for the business, therefore it will have a debit balance. Bad debts is a loss for the business, therefore all expenses and losses will have a debit balance. So total of the debit side and credit side of the trial balance is 18,85,000. The inventory on 31st December 2018 was valued at rupees 1 lakh. So this is the information which is not given inside the trial balance. Rather, this information has been furnished outside the trial balance. Therefore, this information will be recorded minimum at two places while preparing the final accounts. Now let us prepare the trading profit and loss and balance sheets. First one is trading and profit and loss account of Gupta and Sons for the year ended 31st of December 2018. So this is what we have, the left hand side, that is debit side, and this is the right hand side, what we call credit side. So dear learners, we have discussed in the previous lecture that generally at the top of the trading account on debit side we generally write opening stock. So opening stock is given in the trial balance, that is 60,000. We can see, we can check, yes, this is the opening stock 60,000. So it will be written in the debit side of the trading account to opening stock 60,000. Then I have told you that the items which are related to the goods are always recorded in the trading account. So here we have total purchases of rupees 5 lakh less returns, purchase returns. So we have been provided with the information purchase returns 15,000. So therefore the net purchases is 4,85,000. Then to wages we have been provided 50,000 in the trial balance. Then carriage inwards, again it is provided in the trial balance 10,000. To cartage 5,000, again provided in the trial balance. Now in the credit side of trading account, I have told you that at the top of the credit side of the trading account we generally write sales. So sales is provided in the trial balance rupees 10 lakh less sales return. So again it is also provided in the trial balance 25,000. So net balance is 9,75,000, that is net sales. Then by closing stock, so the amount which could not be sold off up to the end of that particular financial year. So the closing stock is given outside the trial balance. So you can check it that it is provided outside the trial balance. This is the amount of closing stock, that is rupees 1 lakh, which is not provided inside the trial balance, rather this information is provided outside the trial balance. Therefore this information will be recorded minimum at 2 places while preparing the final accounts. So here the closing stock rupees 1 lakh. So the total of this credit side of trading account is 10,75,000, and here the total of debit side up to this stage is less than the total of the credit side. Therefore the balance is 4,65,000. So this balance of trading account is known as gross profit. And dear learners, I had told you that if the credit side of trading account is more than the total of the debit side, the balance amount will be known as gross profit. So here the gross profit is 4,65,000. Now the total is 10,75,000 and 10,75,000. Now we will see how the profit and loss account will be prepared. So the amount of gross profit which we have arrived at by preparing the trading account, that is 4,65,000. So this amount we have brought down from trading account 4,65,000. Then in the trial balance, the information we were provided regarding interest on investments. So dear friends, I had told you that if we have made investment outside the business and if we have earned any interest, any income on that investment is our income. Therefore such income will be recorded in the credit side of the profit and loss account. Now we come to the debit side of profit and loss account. To carriage outward 5,000, it means these are the expenses which we have paid in order to sell the goods. Carriage outwards. To salaries 40,000, this is the salary pertaining to the staff working in the office. Then the general expenses again given in the trial balance 20,000. To rent and taxes given in the trial balance 10,000. To discount allowed. So if we have given any discount to our debtor, that is an expense for the business, therefore it will be recorded in the debit side of profit and loss account. To bad debts 5,000 rupees, it means this is a loss for the business, and any loss for the business will be recorded in the debit side of profit and loss account. To depreciation 50,000. So this is the amount of depreciation which is given in the trial balance, 50,000. Then to interest on bank overdraft. So interest on bank overdraft is an expenses for the business, or it is a loss for the business. Therefore, it is recorded in the debit side of profit and loss account. Then to net profit. So this is the balance of excess of credit side of profit and loss account over the debit side of profit and loss account. So dear learners, I had told you that if the credit side of the profit and loss account is more than the debit side of profit and loss account, we will arrive at net profits and vice versa. It means if the debit side of profit and loss account is more than the credit side of the profit and loss account, we will earn the net loss. So this is the total of the credit side of profit and loss account. This is the total of debit side of profit and loss account. Now we will see how the balance sheet is prepared. So this is how a balance sheet will be prepared. So dear learners, you see here at the top of the balance sheet, it is mentioned balance sheet of Gupta and Sons as on 31st December 2018. So it means this balance sheet is reflecting the exact status, or the balance sheet is reflecting the position of assets and liabilities on 31st of December 2018. Whereas if you see at the top of trading and profit and loss account, what is written? Trading and profit and loss account of Gupta and Sons for the year ended 31st December 2018. So here trading and profit and loss account is prepared for a particular period, whereas the balance sheet will be prepared on a particular date. So let us see how the balance sheet is prepared with the help of the informations given in the trial balance. So first of all, let us discuss the liabilities side of the balance sheet. So well friends, when we talk about the liabilities side of the balance sheet, capital. So capital has been provided in the credit side of the trial balance, rupees 5 lakh. So dear learners, as I had told you that in capital we generally add the amount of net profit and we generally subtract the amount of net loss, and the amount of drawing, if any, will also be subtracted from the amount of the capital. But here in the question the amount of drawings is not given, therefore we will be confined only to the net profit or net loss. So the amount of capital is given in the trial balance rupees 5 lakh. Add net profit 3,35,000. So if you go back and you see the profit and loss account, so in profit and loss account we come to know that the firm has earned net profit of rupees 3,35,000. So therefore this amount of rupees 3,35,000 will also be added to the capital. So in the balance sheet this amount of rupees 3,35,000 has been added. So the amount of capital is 8,35,000. Then the loan. The amount of loan is also given in the trial balance, that is rupees 2,60,000. Creditors. Again the amount of creditors is also provided in the trial balance, it is 85,000. Then the bills payable or acceptances rupees 10,000. So being liabilities, it is to be recorded in the liability side of the balance sheet. Then the bank overdraft. So bank overdraft is again a liability for the business, therefore again it will also be shown in the liability side of the balance sheet. So total of balance sheet is, if you make a total of all these figures, so it will be rupees 12 lakhs. Now come to the asset side of the balance sheet. So in the asset side, if you see the goodwill which is given in the trial balance, rupees 60,000. Then land and building is also provided in the trial balance, rupees 4 lakh. Plant and machine, so plant and machine is also provided in the trial balance, rupees 2,50,000. Furniture, it is also provided in the trial balance, rupees 1 lakh. Investments again provided in the trial balance, 50,000. Inventory, so this is the closing stock. So dear learners, as I had told you that if any information is provided outside the trial balance, it will be recorded minimum at 2 places while preparing the final accounts. So if we go back, we will see that the amount of closing stock, it means the inventory on 31st December 2018. So it means the amount of closing stock is provided outside the trial balance. Therefore, first it was recorded in the credit side of trading account, and the next it was recorded in the asset side of the balance sheet, 1 lakh closing stock. Then debtors are provided with rupees 1,50,000 in the trial balance. Then bills receivables have been provided with 40,000 in the trial balance. Then the cash in hand, 50,000. So cash in hand is also provided in the trial balance. So cash in hand is again an asset, therefore it is recorded in the asset side. So if you make a total of these items, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if you make the total of these 9 items, you will arrive at rupees 12 lakh. And here in the liability side, if you make a total of the items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there are 5 items. The first one is capital. So capital net balance is 8,35,000. Then the second item is loan, 2,60,000. Third item is creditors, 85,000. Fourth item is acceptances, rupees 10,000. And the fifth item is bank overdraft, again 10,000. So there are five items. So the total of all these 5 items is rupees 12 lakh. So here you see that the total of the liability side and total of the asset side get resembled. Therefore, we can say that the arithmetical accuracy of the informations is correct. Therefore, the preparation of the final accounts is true and fair to some extent as far as the arithmetical accuracy is concerned. So this is how the final accounts are prepared with the help of the informations given in the trial balance. So this was all about this discussion. So I am sure and I hope that this would have given a clear-cut understanding about the preparation of the final accounts to the learners. Thank you very much.